Good morning, everyone. We have got a very busy day ahead of us. Actually, a very busy week. Autumn and I have got our first event of the season coming up, the Jorvingen Horse Trials, which is, in fact, the biggest show Autumn has ever been to, and we're hoping that we qualify to nationals. And in order to prepare for that, I decided that we should go cross country schooling. We haven't been out on cross country in a bit, so it's going to feel really good to go out, do some training and schooling, make sure Autumn is in shape for the show coming up. Over at Golden Leaf Stables, they have a lovely cross country course, so I figured I would take Autumn over there. But since we're taking Autumn, I also wanted to take Buggy, my new horse, as well to get him going, try him out again on cross country. Figured it would be a really good experience for Buggy, and it would give Autumn some time to train as well. I also have a dressage clinic planned this week, and we'll fit in some jumping sometime as well in there. But for now, it's time to get the ponies packed up for our day out. I decided to go with the lovely bright blue saddle pad today. I wanted to tack Autumn up and give it a go with her first. So once we got her all ready, put her bridle on, hopped on her, and after our warm-up, I just popped her over a few fences and started the course. She was pretty excited to be on the course because she hasn't been out for a month. We did have a mishaps where Autumn stumbled a bit and I came down with, so I just wanted to give her a couple months off from eventing to let her mentally and physically heal. I don't want her to come back being sort of traumatized coming over any of the fences. So I think it was really important to give her time to kind of heal, take a break. Is it the best idea to give your horse a month off before the biggest show of your life? Probably not, but we're flexible here. It's gonna work out. We're gonna prepare a lot this week, get her in shape. She has been doing a lot of free lunging. So here we came over this fence, and I was trying to get her nice and soft. She's sort of a funny horse that way. She's usually super soft, but when she gets excitable, she gets a little ahead of herself, and she can get pretty strong. I had to stop her here because, like I said before, she was starting to get strong. So I backed her up, and when she softened up, I gave her a pat and continued on. I just wanted to have a little moment to refresh and reset for the course. I did not want to spend my training with fighting her at all. I just needed to reset and have that little breather. So we came at this jump at a bit of an angle, but she held her line and we went over it like the superstar she is. Um, and after that, it was just smooth sailing from there, and I was really impressed with how she was coming back from her break. She really wanted to attack the fences, and I was happy with how eager she seemed on the course. Overall, super pleased with how she did, and I was really satisfied after that ride, and it made me feel a lot better about the upcoming show because I had been pretty nervous about it. You know, I haven't ridden her in a while. I've just been doing lots and lots of lunging and things, so I was thinking she's gonna be all crazy for me, but she did just super amazing. On to pony number 2, Buggy. I took him around a different course that was more suitable for beginners. I didn't want to get him started at the same level as Autumn is, obviously. So, as you can probably tell, these jumps were awful. He was breaking down and then doing this weird crow hop thing, and I was kind of feeling bad because I didn't want it to be like this stressful experience for him where he's just trotting and desperately trying to get over the fences. But we're still trying to figure each other out, and he was very lucky at all the fences and just everything, and he did get pretty distracted because, again, he's in this new place with this new person. He's still adapting and getting used to everything that's going on, and he hasn't been out doing cross country for a couple of weeks, so I just gave him his time that he needed, and you know what, considering how little he's done, he really did do okay. Um, he got me over the fences, and after the first few fences, it kind of looked like he was enjoying himself. Like he started picking up the pace and getting a little excited. So that's really the most important thing, that we're both having a good time doing this. Obviously, I don't want to make my horses do something they don't want to do. So I was really happy to see that we kind of clicked at the end there, and it made me feel pretty good. So we wrapped up the morning at that and headed back to the barn. To cool the horses off, we gave them a wash down since they were super sweaty ponies, and put them out in the pasture for the rest of the day. So you guys have just flash forward a couple of days into the future. We are now 5 days away from the Orvgan horse trials. Nerves are at an all-time high. I swear, especially the day before an event. Boy, does my anxiety really kick in, and I think it's especially worse because this is Autumn and I's first national qualifier event. But anyways, we're still in the process of preparing Autumn, and today I've got a dressage clinic with the amazing Amanda Green, who is a very well-known dressage rider on Jorvik. There's going to be like 5 people there, so I'm hoping to have some fun with everyone and learn a lot. But first, I have to get into some proper riding clothes. Amanda was so sweet. She really fostered up a relaxed setting, and she told us that we were there to learn, not to be judged. And it was honestly so good to know her even more and kind of get familiar with her background. And we just sat there and kind of had a little bit of a chit chat before everyone else went. After that, my nerves definitely relaxed, and it was really interesting being able to see everyone with their horses. One thing I love about clinics is that you're able to get insight on other people's riding as well as your own, which personally really helps me grow as a rider. Once it was my turn, she gave me some really helpful advice. We worked on having light contact with my aides, and we worked on my connection with Autumn, and making sure she wasn't going to be too argumentative when I was asking her for something, which I've been having a problem with recently. We also focused on bending her body, and it was just a really constructive session to fix up those little details to really make everything come together. All in all, it was a super constructive and helpful session, and it was amazing to work with someone as knowledgeable as Amanda. Alright guys, Autumn is tucked away in the trailer. That lesson was very much needed, but my brain is running overtime. We worked on so many things. Honestly, I'm very tired, so I'm excited to get home, not relax, but, do some chores. At least I don't have to put any thought into that. So I figured during this vlog I would update you all on the horse I rescued, Alfie. I have some good news and bad news. If you watched my previous videos on buying Buggy and Alfie, then you know that the vet came out and said that Alfie's hock was inflamed and he's temporarily lame. So the good news is that he will be able to be ridden again in a month or so, depending on how fast he heals, and he can become a hunter's jumping horse like I had planned for him. However, the bad news is that he is at a high risk of getting injured again in the future, and with any sort of jumping I do, I get concerned that he will be injured again, and I obviously don't want to push him until he does have another accident. So we're going to have to be extremely careful with that. We've been giving him a lot of supplements to get him feeling better, and I've been taking him on hand walks around the barn so he doesn't go crazy on stall rest. So right now I'm deciding if I want to take that risk with making him a jumper, or do I just have him become a leisure and lesson horse for my little kids that come through the barn. I'm not sure what to do yet, and I think I'm going to make that decision when I can ride him again, and probably a long discussion with the vet. But for now, I need to get back to work and do some barn chores. Alright, T-minus 3 days until the trials. Today is show jumping schooling day. We're going to take Autumn out to the arena. Actually, we are already in the arena. And I'm going to work on some different combinations with her. Yeah, we're just going to work on things that need to be fixed up. So let's go. I focused on really having a balanced canter with her. The jumps in this arena are not the same distance, and at the show it won't be the same distance either, so adjusting her stride length and speed is super important. Being able to canter more or less, faster or slower, longer or shorter. And each different course is a skill that's super important when we're jumping. Our lines were a bit funny here, but she was just such an angel and did a super job at taking me over these jumps. I really did need to shorten her strides up coming over this jump because it was at kind of an odd angle, pretty close to the arena fence. So she came over it really nice. Autumn typically has a very extended canter when we're in the ring, and during this tight corner, she actually did a really good job at shortening up her strides. So we had a really amazing session. We got a lot done, we worked on a lot, and this was like my last kind of big day before the show. My last day where we're really working and focusing on something. So I was super impressed. And I think I can speak for both Autumn and I when I say we were feeling good. We had another absolutely amazing session today, and I'm feeling just so much more prepared for the show, and I'm really happy. So we're gonna take her back in, give her a cool down, and yeah, that's it. So on the day before the show, or before we are heading out to the show, I had a little hack with her. I just wanted to get her mind clear and at ease, and I felt prepared enough to not work on something that day because we had been working really hard all week. I find that I really like hacks before a show. I don't really enjoy working them that hard. The day before a show is kind of like a chill day. We're just clearing our minds, and we had a really fun time. We galloped through some fields and just went on some trails. So I was really happy I did this, and it made me feel a lot more relaxed because spending time with my horse always makes me feel relaxed. Just take my hand and fly up through the dreams where the sky. And that's it. That is my week in a life before an eventing show. It can be full of highs and lows, anxious moments, frustrations, and really exciting moments, and just feeling good and happy about the show. And I'm just crossing my fingers that everything goes well for the show. Tomorrow we have our trot up and dressage. So I'll have to wake up at the crack of dawn to get her all plaited up, get her tail done, bathe her. We love a show morning. It's like really exciting, but at the same time, I'm just like, I'm too lazy to do this. But yeah, wish me luck, everyone. Thank you all so much for coming along with me for this week in the life. I am probably going to vlog during the trials, so you'll see that video pretty soon. Make sure to like the video if you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you all later. Bye!